Hi, everyone. They said be loud. We're starting in 1 minute. Oops. We can stand here together.
Yeah.
Sure. Hello. Hello, Internet. Can everyone who wants to stick around make some room for around? It doesn't mean leave, just means leave. Open up your seat, your space, and get cozy with each other. We're going to get started with our developer community lightning talks. Woohoo! First, I will introduce myself and then pass it to my co-host. My name is SJ Morris. I lead our developer community initiatives at HubSpot, and I love everybody here. I'm so glad to see you all. And here's my wonderful co-host.
Hey everyone, I'm Bree, and I'm a developer advocate on the DevRel team, and I've mostly been working. Oh, ladder, yeah. Working with UIE, which is the fun, ultimate inbound engineer experience that is going on here. No, I'm just kidding, but I have been working a lot with UI extensions, and that's been a lot of fun so far.
Thank you, Bree. Welcome. We're all ultimate inbound engineers. All right. Without further ado, we're going to kick off our lightning talks with 4 of our all-star developer community members. We're so excited to have them here. Don't look around, Justin. You know you are. I will introduce the 4 wonderful all-stars, and then we'll kick it off. We have Anton Bujnowski, who is the CEO and founder of GraphQL. We're so excited to have him here. We have Justin Gibbons, who is going to be talking to us about App Marketplace.
Simple events.
And Simple Events. We have not Jennifer Hudson, my goodness. Where did that come from? Jennifer Nixon, who is our most present community members, helping developers every single day, and knows all things HubSpot. We love to have you here, Jennifer. And then, of course, the epic Carter McKay. He is, where are you working right now? He's all over the place. Pivot. He's working at Pivot. And he is the go-to for all of your basically back-end developer questions. Definitely your go-to. I'll let them all introduce what they'll be talking about, but we are going to hand it off to them now. Awesome. Any other words? No, sorry. No, let's go. Thank you so much. Are you first, Carter? Yeah. Woohoo!
Let me see. Okay.
Thanks, Internet. Okay, sorry. Oh my God.
I'll clip in for the live stream here as well.
What?
Yep. Let's see here. SJ already completed those.
Yeah,
so
that's us.
There I am. Carter McKay. I help a lot of agencies in the HubSpot world do deeply technical things with HubSpot. So you're thinking CRM cards, UI extensions, HubSpot apps, workflow actions, all of those types of things. I help them build that. And I'm a problem solver at the end of the day. Today we're talking about GraphQL, and I'm gonna present a simple sample problem for us to be talking about GraphQL to hopefully really knock down where the GraphQL use case is. It's not meant to replace all of your API needs, but it solves so many of them. So what we're going to be talking about today as a main use case is building out the React card with UI extensions. But particularly, it's how you get the data into that card with GraphQL. And so we're going to be using our example problem is for any particular contact. Let's grab all the activities. What that looks like on a React card. This actually is a pretty tough problem with the traditional APIs. Traditional APIs, this would actually take 8 pages of documentation to find all the properties that you would need to use all the engagements. Those are the calls, those are the emails. That's the engagement API, the search API. 8 pages of docs. It was kind of mind-blowing when I was putting together this example. You then want to test out all of your requests in Postman to make sure you're actually using the right things and your APIs are working exactly how you would expect them to. So it's a minimum of 6 requests in Postman. And then you got to go and set up your serverless function for your React card. And you gotta pop in all of your request code from Postman. So it's a couple hundred lines of code with all of your requests and all of that. So you got to write some code, and then you got to deal with any rate limits that you have when you're fetching from a lot of all at the same. All of your code. to 40 minutes to with the traditional I want to hit the CRM. I want to hit the deal collection. I want to grab all contacts for these deals and then all the engagements for all the contacts. You literally build it out and you drag on the properties that you want to use in your query. You don't have to search the docs. You can build out the query in the UI. And I wish I had a little GIF to show you what this looks like, but find me afterwards. We'll build the query together. You then can copy and paste that query. And well, you can also test the query in GraphQL, which is a wonderful tool that HubSpot has built to allow for exploring the data model and querying inside of HubSpot directly. But after you've tested that query in the GraphQL editor, you can then copy and paste that code directly into your serverless function, and it will grab the data on serverless function hit, and it'll return it to your CRM card. I mean, I literally built 3 minutes over 30 to 40 points, one API call, one endpoint, solves a lot of problems. And I have the slide in here. Don't believe me, we'll do a live demo. Find me afterwards. We will still do a live demo. It's just not going to be on screen, so it's a little less pressure. So I am thankful for that. Let's dig into a couple more of the benefits of GraphQL. You can query across objects and associations. So what that means is, say you want to grab a company and you also want to get all the associated contacts. That's a single query versus grabbing the company using the search API and then all the contacts using the search API. So it's a single query. You can search across contacts, companies, deals, whatever object in HubSpot, you can search across it and you can search across their associations. You can also use filter, sort, offset, and limit in your GraphQL queries. Not all HubSpot APIs allow for filter, sort, offset, and limit. All GraphQL queries allow for that. So it is a pretty special benefit. Instead of API rate limits, you actually have GraphQL score limits. So they're calculated differently. So where usually you have to deal with your 4-second rate limit in the search API, you don't have to deal with that same exact thing in the GraphQL API. It actually benefits you massively. So if you build a really efficient query, you can send it 500,000 times over a single day period and never have to worry about a thing. And you're only sending 1 request instead of 80 requests at times. So, lastly, the GraphQL editor is absolutely amazing. It's a UI to build out your queries, to test your queries, to discover what properties are available across the objects, and all of that other fun stuff. So it's an excellent editor that they've built. Okay, and I thought I had one more slide to talk about why you don't want to use GraphQL. I think I nixed that one. The only reason you would not use GraphQL is, okay, don't tell them. You don't want to use GraphQL. There's no way to write data into HubSpot with GraphQL. You also can't update data. So if you need to write data and update data, probably don't use GraphQL. But that's why we have the excellent batch upsert APIs, the batch edit APIs, the batch insert APIs. They're all excellent APIs. Use those APIs to batch upsert, batch update, batch edit, batch create, and all that fun stuff. I'm going to pass it back to SJ, or actually, we might be running straight to Anton. Anton, take it over from here.
Thanks, Carter. 1 sec. Okay, so thank you. And oh,
Very bad.
I'm sorry.
Was that you?
Okay, so hey everybody. What? Louder? Okay. So I'm Anton Bujanowski. I'm the founder of HubSpot. Pretty new company, I would say. And previously, I worked for several partners and focused on theme development. So just a question, who has modified or created a theme previously? Raise your hand. Awesome. I want to see it. So tell me, who felt something like that during the creation of the theme, right? Okay, great. And something that I want to show you is theme development can be something like this, right? So you get to the ultra instinct, like the most powerful form, and how to achieve such an approach, right? And something that I'm using quite often, basically for the last year, is called the atomic design methodology. So if you're not familiar with that, and you might be familiar with React components or island development, it's basically the same. If you're not familiar with that, imagine it like Lego blocks that you're just putting together, and they're coming, and in the end you will get a structure, whatever it might be. And from my experience, there is no only this approach is right and what you do is wrong. So always adapt it to your requirements, adapt it to the thing that you do. And yeah, so what is atomic design? Basically, there are only 5 blocks that you have to think about. The smallest ones are atoms, which you can see as or use for variables in themes. Then once you combine several modules together, they become a molecule. So that might be macros, variable objects and variable arrays, and just larger parts, right? And from molecules, the next evolution step are organisms. So organisms are basically standalone things or elements of your theme. And the best example for that are modules, right? And then out of organisms, you're building templates. And great example for templates, obviously page templates or templates of all sorts, global partials and modules. So modules can be seen as templates as well, because yeah, you as a developer, you don't have to put real content into a module. You can stay with lorem ipsum, placeholder images, whatever. And last but not least, the pages. So yeah, a few examples for that. So those are atoms from something that so what I'm using on my personal website. So I'm creating variable objects here. And in this case, they are just desktop, mobile, and tablet fonts. And at the bottom, like an example for a simple variable. installed an app one time. How did you find it? In the app marketplace. It is a whole collection of apps for your HubSpot CRM. All right. Right now, as of probably yesterday, because I'm sure more apps just launched, there was 1,700 apps. All right. We're going to have 1,701 by next week. Okay. David's going to launch his. All right. I like it. Or tonight. Even better. Let's do it. All right. Now you got this. We'll all hash it out with Carter, with GraphQL. We got it. Okay. With that, it is a place to reach HubSpotters. It's an awesome marketplace. You can grow your own app. And if you're a marketing company, a consultant agency, you need to start thinking about productizing your services and how you can do this with an app. So everyone knows how to get to it. I'm not going to act like we're 3-year-olds. Everyone knows how to get to that marketplace, right? Yes, thank you, SJ. If y'all don't know SJ, you should know SJ. She is amazing. And if you don't know the D-Hug, you need to join the D-Hug. All right. Why should you list in the app marketplace? Because you have two options when you build apps. You can A, do your own SEO. You can do your own organic outreach. You can run ads. But why? You're competing against Google. You're competing against Bing. Where do your users find your apps? In the app marketplace. Or from other HubSpotters. They talk about these apps solve my problems. Did anybody use Clearbit before HubSpot bought them? Yeah, because it solves your problem. People look in the app marketplace for that specific reason. So, your app, if you've got a gap and you see a gap in HubSpot, build it. Get it out there. Launch it. You have no idea how quick it will take off. And I speak from personal experience. All right? With that, how do you get your app listed? Do you just go build the code and it's there? No. You got to get a developer account. If you don't have a developer account, talk to SJ. No, I'm just kidding. No, you can Google it, or it's very easy. You just Google it, find it, and create your new account. It is a separate portal. I say that because that's very important. You can find all your logs. You can find all your engagement. And more importantly, it's how you list your app. All right? To list an app. Can anybody guess how long it takes to list your app in HubSpot Marketplace? Come on, just throw some numbers out. 1 minute. I like that. 3 minutes? 3 days? After this conference, it will probably take about 2 weeks. And that is because they get a backlog of submissions. So that's why you submit now. Get it in there. All right? And what I will tell everybody, take the engineering out of your app. Get it to market. You can always evolve your app. You can always improve it. If you're a developer, any developers here? Woo. We love to overcomplicate things. I only speak to myself in this presentation. Okay? This is all for me because I'm going to go watch it on the D-Hug later. All right? Seriously, go to market. Fill the need and then add, then iterate. Get it in the app marketplace. What I will tell you, this is an awesome thing I love about the HubSpot app marketplace. Once your app is listed, guess what? Reviewing and updating, you'll get it in hours. I was expecting a 2-week delay again. Boom. Hour later, app's reapproved with an updated. I was like, oh, this is cool. Oh, yeah. Now, what's one thing that HubSpot does for app developers? Anybody? Besides providing an awesome app marketplace, anybody? Serverless function's a good one. They actually promote your app. Did y'all know that? Community, SJ. I know you know, but in the community forum, they post new apps that are released. HubSpot's marketing your app. Did that sit in? Good. Get it to market, David. All right. And those updates, you got to keep refreshing your listing. Why? 2 weeks ago, HubSpot just changed the app marketplace. Adapt the new feature instantly. Because guess what? You're playing the algorithm. You're playing the game. All right. Now, these are tips that you always want to do when you're launching a new app. Get a beta cohort. Who joined, I'm going to date myself, the Google beta for Gmail? You had to have a friend to get in. Huh? No. Google Plus. You talking about Google Wave? No. Google Plus. No, we're talking about Gmail. Originally Gmail. They ran a beta. What does that do to the brain when people want to use the app? Ooh, I'm going to open up a limited beta. People love to get into it first. When you do that, you drive that excitement, right? Then you can get some use cases. You can get some tests. You can start getting availability of scalability, all right? Then, key, get your app certified in the app marketplace. What does that do? It takes you from the bottom listing and slowly moves you up. All apps that are certified by HubSpot, which Brian right over here will tell you is getting harder, bumps it up higher. All right? Why do you want to do that? One, it's credibility. HubSpot will actually test your app end to end. All right? You want to have knowledge base, support, because the last thing you want to do is launch a product with no help documentation. But if you use Service Hub, it can all be in one view. If you use, well, I'm not going to go into too much detail there, but the idea is after you get 5 installs, you can easily start filling out the form to get certified. It's rigorous. They want to make sure your app's going to work. They don't test, and this question came up in one of Brian's talks yesterday. They don't test if it can scale, if it can handle 100,000 portals. That's your job. That's your engineering job. But if you have 100,000 installs, you're doing excellent. All right? I think you've already handled the scale problem at that point. Video listings. Every app at the very top has a huge image. Where I see most apps fail is they have an image there. What does an image make the end user do? It makes them think. And the moment you make the end user think, they have to start swiping and reading. Click a button to play a video. Instantly, you can tell the customer journey and the customer story of that app. That is where 99% of my installs come from. That video play, and then they install the app. You got to have your video listing at the top as the first slide. Then your feature set needs to be amplified with good imagery and good, I guess, descriptions of those feature sets. All right. One of the new things they just released is app features that then show up in the portal itself. It's a great way to then highlight very key features. All right. Because you probably have way too many features to list, but you're only limited. This is where app features come in. So with that, again, my name is Justin Givens. I'm happy to provide advice, to tell you what not to do. And I love it. And if you run events, use simple events, please. All right. And I've got the stellar Jennifer Nixon. We need Jeopardy music.
All right. Can you hear me? Good? Louder? All right. This way? Ooh, this way. All right. I think I got it now. So these 3 guys are the real stars of the show. Everybody's going to say it's me, but really they are the all-star devs here. I am going to present some things, and I coded none of this, okay? So I'm going to talk about CRM customization. This is a little bit like PowerPoint karaoke. I'm going to go through this. I am not an expert on CRM customization. I am learning how to do CRM customization, mostly from these 3 guys. So, CRM cards, how to build cool things. If you didn't catch it, apps can now do CRM customization. So last year, yes, we had UI extensibility, and that was the big deal for developers last year. This year, it's extending to your app. So now you can combine all those good things Justin just talked about with CRM cards, and you can bring your app native to the UI. That is where you need to be headed. So we're going to talk about some CRM cards and not how to build extensions. So these are some things. Extensions allow developers to use HubSpot built components to create net new UI elements that display custom information. This is custom, right? Basic definition. You guys have probably seen this. How many people have built a CRM card of some kind? Anybody? Oh my gosh.
Well, somebody else needs to come do this talk. Who wants to come talk about it? I'm going to let you guys take some turns. Okay, so CRM card. Now, this is really important. For those of you who haven't, Carter, this is the HubSpot Academy CRM Customization Bootcamp. This is how you can learn all about it. There's a blog, it's got videos, and it's all from the first developer bootcamp. So you want the OG, you want to really learn how to do this, Carter is the one that's going to teach you how to do it. If you want to be in the next bootcamp, okay, everybody got that. This is coming up. Registration starts in October. So next month, you want to be there, get in, get this QR code, okay? This is really cool. You can be in firsthand, okay? Learn directly from Carter and Justin. So you got like the powerhouse duo here. All right. Now, beginner's workshop. This is one from Dennis. So this is the HubSpot admin hug. This is how I learned to do my first CRM card. So don't laugh. Beginner's workshop. Watch it. All right. Now, CRM customization. The community had a big highlight. This is kind of how I learned about it, how I got started and realized like this is going to be changing everything. So if you want to share your ideas, okay, half of you raised your hands that you've built CRM cards. Go here and share it. Go to the community and put your CRM card in this thread and let people find you. This is how you get found. Everybody got it? All right. Customizing the HubSpot CRM isn't only about what you can code. It's about what you can visualize. You really have to understand the platform and the capabilities of what your clients need. It's not the what, it's the why. What are they trying to achieve and why? And if you can take that, you can build almost anything on this platform. All right, so now I have some examples that I pulled from some of my developer friends. This is Thomas Lane. He's on my team at Aptitude 8. It's a PII, so, you know, personal information. We have sensitive data in HubSpot now, but this is a vault. So if you want a way to lock down social, so you don't want every HubSpot user to see the social, or you don't want them to see a driver's license number, you can put it in a vault. So you can store that externally in an encrypted server and only specific users have access. All right, good. Order management. This is another one. This is from Umakant. Is Umakant here? Oh, he's not here. Okay, so Umakant, he is in the developer mentorship program with us with Make Web Better. And this is a order management. So on the right sidebar in HubSpot, you can quickly view the details. And one of the things that I love about HubSpot is how easily you can put emojis and stuff. So this one might be a little bit of emoji overkill, just my thing. I think you can use it to attract attention to what you really need them to see and visualize. But there's a lot of information happening here, and you want to make sure that it's clear and easy for the users to understand. We also have a deal approval. So this is one of the projects that I worked on with Thomas at Aptitude 8. This was a customer, they had an external platform and they wanted to control when the data was going to push across. So they had an internal approval process that needed to happen. So essentially the actions would happen in HubSpot. The approver would go through and verify the 5 steps. And when they submitted it, that was the trigger to connect to that external platform. Data integrity, right? When you're connecting multiple platforms, you don't have to take away their process for approval. You can still give them that power. It doesn't have to be instantaneous. Just because you can doesn't mean you should, right? All right. Then we've got a generate docs. This is another one from Thomas. This is generating loan documents with the click of a button. So it's going to pull all of the deal record information, some contact information, and it's going to generate loan documents automatically. Just when you're ready, all the data's in, you're going to generate those documents. And it's pulling it in dynamically. Good. Everybody good? All right. We got another one from Umakant. We've got task tracking. This integrates Jira and similar tools to track tasks, manage task status, confirm actions, and improve project management. So what I really like is they give you actions. You can update the task. You can also mark the task complete. So there's a lot of integration capability here. You can see the status, and then you can see what it looks like when you view more or view less. Collapsing on your sidebar. Think about what the most important information your user needs to have and show that, and give them the option to see more. Don't overwhelm them. This is like one of the most, I feel, of all the CRM extension things I've seen, it's like information overload. It's all there right away. And I love that they have the collapse feature. Use it. Okay, this is a CPQ. So configure price quote directly from the deal record. This is a very specific use case. The quoting tool not working the way it should, right? So this is very custom, and it's just natively built in exactly what they wanted. So there are solutions now. I think PandaDoc, that's what they released, right? So PandaDoc, the app, you've got your document signing. Now they have CPQ built in, so directly in the app. This is kind of like the groundwork of some of those capabilities. We've got AI insights. All the talk here at Inbound has been about AI. We've got Breeze, we've got ChatGPT. Well, if you're building AI agents, if you're using AI in other ways, this is one from Umakant. And I told him, I was like, you really need to come just do a demo of this, because it takes AI and it gives you actionable insights. So, I mean, look at this. It's giving you engagement score, and it's telling you there's like an 87% chance, right, that you can follow up. And it's telling you key insight, high engagement in follow-up emails, lower in initial increase. The recommended action, increasing follow-up frequency and personalized outreach. It's analyzing your data and it's giving you these exports. If you want this, you're going to have to go to Make Web Better, right? Like, this is not mine. Go there. I don't know if he has it in the marketplace. I'm going to have to talk to him about that, but I know that they're working very hard to get these apps available. All right. Also, have fun, right? So this is a knowledge quiz or trivia. It's fun. Look, the thing is that there's so much that you can do with it. This is a trivia game that was built as like just a fun thing to do, and like, you know, get the sales team waking up in the morning and engaging with the platform. But it's not about, you know, what you're asked to build. Anytime somebody says, hey, build XYZ, your first question should be why, and understanding why you are building it, because as the developer, you know it better than I do. And so I might think that you should build it like XYZ, but you really need to build it like ABC. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Oh, I guess I'm on the internet now too. Thanks so much, everyone, for hanging out. We can do a couple things now. Let me just see if there's any questions for our speakers. Raise your hand if you have any questions. Yes. All right, awkward. I'll hold it.
Okay.
Fine.
So I want to get Power BI data into, and it's not something that's already in our ERP integration. If I want to get like embedded BI statistics on an account, on a company record, how can I create like a custom tab that shows maybe specific data points?
Excellent question. Yeah. The question was Power BI data on a custom CRM card. Great question. Power BI has some APIs and you can get data from Power BI. That's not the problem. It's how do you want to display that data on the CRM card? HubSpot has built out an excellent set of components. Actually just released chart components and report components. You can build out your own custom reports, your own custom charts, your own custom tables with Power BI data in it, or whatever data you want. So bring in Stripe data, display a chart of Stripe data, you can do that. So yeah, definitely just go to the dev docs, look at CRM cards, join our next bootcamp if you wanna learn how to do it from scratch. And we'll definitely be using the chart component and showing how to grab external data and display it in the chart component in the next bootcamp. Yeah.
Any other questions? Don't be shy. I'll have you back there in the back line. I got it.
Hey.
CRM user extension on reports or documents. For when?
It's for you, Carlos.
Well. I don't work for HubSpot, so I have no. And the HubSpot developers know me too well, and know I get too excited about things, so they don't get timelines for these things externally. So we don't know. The team is thinking about it though, and
But it's on the roadmap.
they're thinking about it. They want to hear good use cases, so they want to hear your opinions, and we'll connect you with them.
Okay. Thank you.
He wanted CRM carts on reports and dashboards. Yeah, the team is really excited about building it. They just want to know. They just want more use cases.
You can embed external content on a dashboard. That could be a React site. So you can get creative with external content and embed it in that dashboard right now. Okay. Or you can embed the React card that's on another screen into that same dashboard. Not that I've ever done HubSpot dashboard in a dashboard, but I have. Okay. So that's a fast way to solve it. Okay. Yeah. Any other questions? Do you have a question?
It is complicated. Does anybody else have any questions? We can probably take one more. No? Okay, well, we are going to go ahead and wrap up the lightning talks. I just want to thank all of our presenters again for packing such great information in such a short period of time. I'm an advocate and I learned so much from our developer hub. So have you all seen the HubSpot for developers at Inbound track with all of the different sessions that you might be interested in? Okay, perfect. So the day is drawing to a close, but we do have a couple more events for developers. We have taking a platform approach to business reinvention. That's going to be happening at 4 o'clock, and I'll be speaking there about CRM customization and UI extensions. And then we also have coding for marketers, which is your guide to coding on Content Hub. That's going to happen tomorrow at 12:45. And then also, if you haven't stopped by our Build Apps demo booth, then go ahead and do that because we have some fun things there that we're demoing.
Thank you, Bree. We love you, Bree. Well, thank you. One last thing. This thing on? Hello. This year we launched our first ever developer mentorship program. Some of those folks are here today. Anton, Jennifer, Evelyn, and I think Toon is also, he's not here, he's not in Inbound, unfortunately, but he's here in spirit. And Uma Khan, who was also referenced in some of the talks, is one of our mentors. And we're going to be expanding it next year. So please stay tuned. If you want to be a mentor or mentee, you want to learn from our developers, or you have things to share yourself, I think we would love to hear from you. So stay tuned for updates on that in the developer blog. And that's it. I think we can mingle with our speakers and have a wonderful rest of your afternoon. We're here until 3:30, so lots of time to hang out. Woo! Sorry, 3:15. Sorry. All right. That was amazing, y'all. Still on, I think.